What is up, everyone?
I'm not allowed to move.
He's not allowed to move because he's knocked everything over at least 6 times before we even started the show.
It's not my fault the computer was broken.
The computer's not broken. It was only broken because he knocked it over.
I didn't knock the whole computer over.
Anyway.
I will, though, if you want me to.
So we realized that you guys loved our last episode so much that we decided to do more. We're just gonna spoil everything for you. So here's the last episode of Harry Potter.
The last episode of Harry Potter. Yeah, dude.
What hasn't been spoiled yet?
I mean, there's a lot of things that haven't been spoiled for
Game
a
of
lot
Thrones,
of
you guys need to know some spoilers there.
All right, this is the last. We got a pre-screen of the last ever Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it hasn't even been written
the bag.
Yet. Oh, well, that actually is a nice segue into what we got going on
in the bag that Tyler is brutally crinkling.
It smells so good. Can you smell this?
I hate this.
They can smell it.
They can
smell it.
It reminds me.
That's why we got these expensive mics. If you can't record smell, then there's no fucking point to living right now.
There's no point to doing a podcast.
To do anything.
Look, there's no point to do a podcast if you can't record smells, and there's no point in living if you can't do a podcast. So
this is La Gran Offiata, which is...
They're cigars.
Okay, thanks. Just beat me to the punch right there. That's fine. It's cool.
Well, there was a pause.
Cool,
you
cool,
naturally paused.
Cool.
Yeah, it's whiskey and cigar night. We've got
We've
got whiskey. We've got cigars. We're recording on the couch. We're on a new setup on the couch. We've got this cool torch thing.
Cool. Don't you touch it. I want to get a sample of this of like a flyby on a mic, like. Does that sound cool?
Dude, that's sick. Oh, that's so sick. Alright, dude.
Too bad you're only going to be hearing that on your right ear because this is stereo.
Ooh.
We're doing stereo now.
Stereo. Yeah, from now on, you're going to get this shitty stereo audio.
The shitty stereo audio.
Are you supposed to take that off? This part?
Yeah, you're not supposed to burn the little ribbon at the end.
Oh, it's
for
a
decoration.
Ribbon. I thought it was like a piece of paper or something.
Nah. You don't burn the paper either.
This stuff?
Yeah.
How do you take that off?
You just take it off.
Do we take it off now, or do we wait until it gets down to that?
You wait.
Oh well, then don't take it off now on yours.
But you just flip up and peel it off, and then you can save them in your wallet so you remember which cigars you liked.
Oh, that's cool. That's good to know.
So we got cigars. I know a little about cigars. I'm gonna give you the quick rundown. So it's not like a fucking joint. You don't like, bro. Oh,
he got tobacco in his mouth like a dum-dum.
Okay, so you don't do that.
Did you like the water?
You puff on it, and then
you make out with it.
Yeah,
basically.
But you don't stick your tongue.
Yeah, you don't tongue it.
No French. Just American making out.
Just American making out. Good old wholesome American making out.
Oh god,
have you ever seen like? You have autism.
That's just easier. So yeah, you do that. You can hold it like 2 fingers on top, 1 on the bottom, or you can just do one.
Is that the Godfather move?
You can do it kind of like the lazy style, like that.
I'm gonna do the Godfather.
So what we're gonna try to do is we light it all, right? And we let it burn. We're not gonna let it now. You're not supposed to you're not supposed to ash it until it ashes itself. But because we're in an apartment, we're gonna ash it.
Well, you can still wait a while before you ash it.
Yeah, you can still wait.
You're still supposed to.
Yeah, you can still wait a significant while, but we will. I'm not gonna drop a giant like fucking caterpillar of flame on my pants, so so I'm gonna be ashing this shit pretty frequently. Yeah, and we're gonna get louder and quieter because of these mics. They're really good mics, Audio-Technica, but
the way we've got it set up,
yeah,
because
I have to lean forward to the mic to ash it, and so
yeah, the mics. So we can't smoke cigars at the studio, so we're smoking them elsewhere in someone's apartment that shall not be named.
Episode 52, giving Buddy lung cancer.
Buddy, would you like some lung cancer? You want a hit? You want to take a hit? No, don't fucking don't
he
do
went
it.
for it.
Yeah, don't fucking do that, you dumb piece of shit. This will. Oh my god, you're so retarded. God damn it.
And he's like, says the one who's about to smoke it.
Hey, you're about to smoke it too.
Yeah, but Buddy can judge you.
That's true. He can judge me. He can't even speak.
God, he has such weirdness to him.
Look at him. He's adorable.
No, he's weird. He looks like an alien.
No,
He's got
like
bulging
a puppy boy.
eyes and like a
He
long
does not
ass
have
face.
bulging eyes. He does have a long face.
And bulging
He's a
eyes.
dachshund.
He has bulging eyes.
He does not
It's
have
weird.
bulging eyes. He just has big brown puppy dog eyes.
That's bulging.
That's not
They're
bulging.
coming out of his face.
No, they're
socket.
not.
Yeah.
His face sack.
His face socket.
His face sack.
His eye socket. Face socket.
So should we light
The
these
face
and then pour the
eye
whiskey?
socket. Oh yeah, I guess let's pour the
Or
whiskey
should
first.
we pour the whiskey first?
Because that's gonna be, the whiskey's for sipping.
sipping.
Yeah, it's just to like get us.
God damn it! Here's what we do. Yeah.
Here, we're gonna wind it through here. Wind it through the knobs.
I'll just sit like this. I'll just sit like this with my neck in this horrible position. There, I'll just sit like that. I'll do everything like this.
Lean back. Lean back.
I'm trying very slowly.
See, it's good. Failsafe 1 has been lost integrity. Oh no!
I didn't even get all the way back before it came off.
You're the one with the retard short fucking cable. Look, mine's like 6 feet long.
I wonder if the Xbox headphones is longer. Probably not. Oh, I have a longer cable for these somewhere.
I asked you that before we even started recording.
I forgot about that. I have a longer cable for these.
You were like, it's so long. And then you're like, oh, dude, we can move the table forward. I'm like, don't you have longer headphones? He's like, watch, shh, look, genius. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's one way to do it. Now, from what I understand with whiskey, the flavor pops if you get a drop of water in there.
Yes.
So we're gonna do that, even though this is just Jack Daniels. But hey, don't knock Jack, okay?
Yeah, that's what my dad always told me. I don't know how true that is, but
I do it.
I'll try it.
Bloop. Drip.
Okay, let me drip my own. I don't want your finger juices.
The finger juices are what
my
do it.
water.
My finger juices are drenched. Sorry, I'm talking in my glass. Are drenched with Jack Daniels already. So
You're just fingering bitches with fucking Jack on your fingers, and their pussies are just on fire. Jesus Christ!
can't go wrong with Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah,
Are you gonna do that every time?
probably.
God damn, we should.
God damn.
I need class here, friends.
I don't drink fucking straight whiskey like an alcoholic. I
This
drink
is not
beer
this
or
is
wine.
we're sipping it like normal people.
I know, and I don't like
And
it.
you drink a lot for just that. He poured like as the same amount as me, and he just like took a shot of it from a whiskey glass. Like this
I
is
did.
our class. This is episode 52.
We should have done this on
52.
episode 69.
This is episode 52, meaning
what?
I lost my train. Oh, year. Something about a year. It's been a year. Our first episode came out a year ago.
Approximately.
Why approximately? Isn't there 52 years in a month?
52 years in a month. 52.
Is there 250 months in a year?
252 years in a month of a year.
There's 252 days in a month of a
Tyler
year.
doesn't use the Gregorian calendar.
Hey, you know what I like about these microphones best, though? Is I can do my hand gestures when I talk.
God damn it, you fucking...
Did you notice that? That's why like my song keeps going like this, because I keep like, my hands block the sound. Like, wah, wah,
Should I lower mine?
wah,
I should probably
wah,
lower
wah,
mine.
wah, wah,
Okay.
wah, 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 wah.
I can't lower it because
He's dyslexic.
Autistic.
Why don't you just tilt it down towards you? No. Tilt the microphone.
Oh. There we go. That's probably better. Yeah.
So he's a sound engineer, but he knows nothing about microphones, apparently.
How do microphones work?
How to microphone.
How? Hey, Google.
All right. Google!
Answer me, you bitch.
Google, answer me!
All right, so what are we going to listen to?
What's classy? What's like the classiest thing we can listen to? Okay. How about
gotta
this?
find some like old beat bop.
Uh,
That's what you gotta do for whiskey and cigars. Like autumn leaves, maybe too.
how about
some,
the
like-
song?
Oh hell yeah, dude! Let's rip.
Let's
This
rip
shit
it.
rips. Oh, I'm gonna turn it down at our headphones.
Boom. All right.
Oh, we forgot to.
All right. So, do you want to light your own, or do you want to be a pussy?
You can light mine. I don't know how they work.
All right. Well, the first thing you do is you want to char the end. All right. So I'm not lighting it on fire or anything. I'm just trying to get it evenly
We should
burnt.
probably open the door.
Do that with yours. Don't light it on fire. Just char it.
Don't light it on fire. Okay. So. Like that?
Yeah, just right into it, man. Because the more even
More?
it is,
Oh.
the even or the burn is going to be. So it's just like the whole end's black.
Like that?
Yep. All right. So we're using torches because we're authenticists.
Authenticist.
Here, we'll turn it down here too, so you guys can actually hear us. Let's
And
try to
buddy.
leave it reflective. All right. All right. So the whole deal is we're going to just puff it like while you do it, and then just rotate it so it gets an even burn.
Ah. That's sick.
Perfect. And just check for spots.
So, puff it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, basically.
Yeah, use a little right there.
Yeah, so you kind of like burnt the side of it a little bit, but that's not going to be an issue. It might canoe a little bit, so what you're going to... We'll talk about we'll get there. So we're being classy. So, what do you think... What is your experience with cigars, Josh?
Basically, in high school, one of my good friend's dads smoked cigars like non-stop. Yeah.
Oh
Jesus
god, that
Christ.
just went straight. Well, the wind's pushing it all at you. Here, I'm gonna try to angle a little more
You
away.
should have opened the door more than that, but that's okay.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right.
I would just open it all the
Continue
way.
your story. I can hear.
Yeah, in high school, my dad or one of my best friend's dads just like constantly smoked cigars. So every time I was over there, you know, like once I turned 18 and I started hanging out and was, you know, over there, his dad would, if he had an extra cigar, he'd let me or my friend puff on it, and then once we turned 18, he would just buy an extra couple cigars in case we went over there and wanted some. So that's about it. He always had prepared them and cut them and all that stuff. So I you know,
Yeah.
I just know that's just how I learned you don't inhale and how to hold them and shit.
Yeah, never inhale a cigar. Plus, it just ruins the flavor for you because it just basically kills your taste buds.
Yeah.
I like this one. It's a little spicier than I was hoping for, but
I like it though. I
what
like
do you expect of a bunch of... Yeah, well, we experienced technical difficulties again, but we just, you know, just chilling.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
Honestly,
smoking the
cigars
cigar.
just make you so relaxed.
They really do.
Let's talk some philosophy, man. So,
No, we got to talk about how
I met your mother.
the other crime family. We gotta talk shit about the other crime families. You know, how the Giulianos don't know shit like us Savaccios or whatever an Italian name would be.
the Savaccios. You know who we hate.
You know, we probably shouldn't have done a smoking thing for an auditory podcast. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because
we're blowing like rings out and shit, and no one can see it.
Yeah, and no one can hear anything because we're too busy puffing on the cigars.
Okay, only one person puffs at a time. We got this. We got this.
We also have whiskey here.
This is savable, okay, bruh? Don't.
This whiskey is gonna give us dry mouth. And the cigars are gonna destroy this.
Nice.
Oh my god.
God, you are the most unclassy person.
It just doesn't.
He's like, I can't handle the cigar.
No, the cigar is fine.
The Giulianos, man, they open our business, yo. No, I can't do. Wrong gangster.
Wrong kind of gangster. You gotta go like.
Failed it.
That's so sick, dude. Yes.
Man, these microphones are good.
That shit rips. I'm so excited to put that noise on the internet for someone. Whoosh.
Someone, hey, dude, I love car drive-by sounds. I always wanted samples of that. Maybe we should just start getting our sample boards from this.
Yeah, just standing outside recording next to the highway.
Let's get the sample. Is getting annoying.
Yeah, that really is.
I don't know, dude. I got a new computer, so I haven't had to deal with it. I haven't used this one in a while. Maybe it's acting out. You know? Maybe it's lonely. It misses me. So I watched.
It's tired of the new old adult computer getting all the attention.
I didn't know that the new child. I didn't know that you had watched Kill la Kill before. You never mentioned it to me.
I've seen the first season. Because isn't there more than one season?
It's 24 episodes long.
Oh.
So
I've only watched like 10 or 12 episodes.
So the first half essentially is a season, then it changes openers. Dude, I like it.
Yeah, I watched before it changed openers.
I like everything that studio's done so far. Because I'm pretty sure, I know they did Gurren Lagann, which is my favorite anime.
Gurren Lagann rips.
I almost got a Gurren Lagann tattoo. Like, that's how like hardcore I was into it back in the day. But I decided something classier. And what was it? And then I think they did Neon Genesis Evangelion. I could be wrong though.
I think so. I can look it up.
Yeah, dude, you're head of research, bro. Neon Genesis had some really, really, really cool shit with it. What was it?
I'm just burping.
Okay, so they had. What was it? They had the most like, I think it was like a super jazzy sounding opener, kind of like Cowboy Bebop. Oh yeah, the horn line. You ready for this? Ready? This is gonna be totally your shit. Wait, now.
Okay, so that studio has done Neon Genesis Evangelion, Fooly Cooly, and Gurren Lagann.
Those are all animes that I've liked.
I know, those are all great animes. Those
are all is 4 episodes and it's still like one of my favorites.
It fucking rips.
I know, dude. And
I love Fooly Cooly.
And you know what's the best part is like none of their animes make any sense, but they have insane amounts of lore in them. So they make sense among itself, but at the same time, it's just
they make sense like
it's just
within
preposterous.
their own world. Like
Kill la Kill, it's like your outfit gives you powers. And then the very end, she's
they put out a second season of Fooly Cooly, right?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Season.
I didn't watch that.
A second and third season. I haven't watched it yet, but I don't really know. I haven't really heard anything about it either, so I don't know if it's good or not. But I loved Fooly Cooly. I loved it because it was so short. It was like you just get dropped into this world, and next thing you know, you're going on. It's this
over,
adventure.
And you're like,
what?
Yeah,
and then it's over, and you're like, holy shit, what? It's like a blast.
All of their animes except for Neon Genesis, because Neon Genesis was a different beast for sure. Have you watched Neon Genesis?
Oh, of course. I haven't watched any of the movies though. That's what people keep.
Oh, the newest movies are the best.
I know. People keep telling me that's where I fucked up.
And it's completely different. They changed everything, so it's not like. Okay, so Gurren Lagann, I love the anime and I love the movie, but you watch one or the other. They're the same thing. They added a little to the ending to make it a little more to give you a little extra, and they changed a few character deaths and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. You watch one or the other, you get the gist of it, and you like it. With Neon Genesis, they made a movie that was really similar, and then they made new movies, and then like the first one in, it's pretty much identical, and you're like, okay, whatever. And then the second one in, you're like, the fuck? The core thing is exactly opposite, and you're just like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, everyone.
Do you like how non-spoiler I gave that to you?
Yeah, that was very good.
The core thing is exactly opposite.
That was very good. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, everyone. That's what everyone tells me, is that I fucked up by not watching the movies.
Dude, I just love their animation. Tell me that, like, okay, on Kill la Kill, the fucking hair of the mother isn't like. I'm just gonna show you a picture because I saw it earlier. They put like a rainbow on there, but it looks like film. It doesn't look like it's animated. You know, or like stuff like that where it looks like actual light.
Oh, yeah. They use, like, we were talking about that in one of my classes. They have like animation tools that they can use where they're creating like normally the way, like, for example, video games, the way they normally work is your light perspective is projected from the character you're playing as, from your view. And then light is kind of built in based around that view. But what you can do with like animation and stuff is the light can be not projected but reflected onto the view, which is how your eyes actually see, right?
Yeah.
Your eyes see something and then they reflect it back, and our brain translates it right side up, all that bullshit. So they can do that with animation with light. It's really cool. But
they do light sources now, like the Spider-Man game. I'm pretty sure the light source comes from the sun. Because I remember the whole puddle controversy was that they moved the light source.
Well, even with those games, like, the light is like it's not being projected. It's not being like rendered as it's like changing. What it's rendering is your vision. Like, it's rendering what you're looking at, and it takes that and places it on a bitmap, and in terms of, and I could be wrong, but this is just what someone has told me, is that it places your location on that bitmap, and it says this is how the light should look in that spot.
Yeah, fair enough. I remember there's actually a video on YouTube that goes in detail about this with like Super Mario Galaxy and Spider-Man and a bunch of other games and light sources, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of great videos on this.
That's what I was talking about. Just if you grab it slowly, you can get most of it at least. Sorry.
I have made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, he ashed on his pants.
I have made a terrible mistake.
The autism is strong in this one.
It's on my couch now, too.
Oh, man. Do you notice how, like, tame this episode is because of how classy we are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I ashing correctly? Fuck it. Whatever.
It's just like a cigarette. You can
Boop, boop,
pop
boop,
it,
boop,
or
boop,
you can kind of touch it to the sides or whatever.
I'm going to touch your sides, baby.
Okay. So...
so we're not watching an episode of anything today.
Okay, so speaking of weird game rendering things, so I was playing Mass Effect 3, shocker. 2. And so I go...
Less of a shocker.
I go to the Korean station or whatever. If you guys don't play it, it's just like a spaceship with people on it, alright? Whatever. Aliens on it. And so I walk in and I do a dialogue conversation. I talk to someone and I walk forward and it does this automatic dialogue and I skip through it. And then there's a weird glitch. And what's supposed to happen is supposed to take you to a cutscene where everyone's walking out of this room and or something. They're walking around and they're setting up for a giant court case. And then, you go into the court case.
Oh, I remember.
But it glitched and it didn't go to the court case. And so what happened, everyone was standing in fucking formation. So there was like all of the characters that were supposed to be skewed around the whole like space station were in like a like a 3x6 row.
Oh my god.
Just standing there. So I just like walked up to them and then I just started like pulling my gun out and like giving a fake speech, and then I recorded and I was like, Shepard wins the Koreans. but yeah, dude, it was fucking hilarious. I've been finding like all the coolest glitches in this game. I love it. I love glitches. This is why the whole like a game needs to be perfect when it comes out. No, fuck that. I want to find these things. Like that's
but there's a difference between glitches and a game running smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the game can have glitches, but as long as it runs smoothly, it's fine. And
that broke the level, and I just had to restart the mission.
Well,
so I couldn't do anything. I couldn't progress. So I just restarted the mission.
I know. I'm saying that people don't mind glitches as long as your game runs smoothly.
Yeah.
Like as long as everything is flowing and they're getting their full 60 FPS or 30 FPS and all that stuff. Most people don't mind the glitches. What happens, and a prime example of this is Mass Effect Andromeda, is people eventually are playing, they're playing the series and they're like, this is a great series. The controls are a little bit clunky at times, but once you figure them out, you're fine, and there are glitches. Well, I think the hope for Mass Effect Andromeda was that they would take care of all those problems. And so, but Andromeda didn't.
But they're like, BioWare's like, no, you wanted another Mass Effect games. That includes the glitches.
Yeah, it's going to include all the glitches, all of the weird controls that take forever to get used to. Like, yeah, that's what a Mass Effect game is at this point.
Now you can't pause and position.
Yeah, it's like people had the wrong expectations for that game. At least that's what I think.
I'll agree with that. I think because you hear EA is making a game and you expect perfection, which I question why.
Yeah,
because
EA has not had a good track record.
I mean, after Battlefield 1 and 2, and after Knights of the Old Republic, and after everything that's happened with EA, why were you expecting their newest game to be perfect? And Inquisition and Dragon Age 3.
God, Inquisition makes me so mad.
What were you expecting?
I mean, also, there was the whole thing with Star Wars Battlefront 2, the new one.
Yeah.
Where it was just a microtransaction game.
Yeah. I stopped playing it because, I got on there and I immediately got shot down by this guy, and, it shows you the cards they have. And he had, all this exotic cards. I'm like, this is day one. That's creating a weird sound effect.
Yeah, it's the wind actually hitting the transducer.
The transducer.
That's what it's called.
The transducer.
Well, maybe if you went to audio school
maybe if I went to autism school.
Maybe if you went to autism school.
Audioism school. Can we talk about how our president called it hamburgers? I know it's not. It's Trump, okay?
But who cares?
But hamburgers. That's the greatest thing since Kofefe.
Kofefe wasn't
I will give him something. I hate him. I think he's going to be in jail after his presidency. Honestly, true opinion. Real talk. But I just love these things. I just love how stupid he is, and that he's just completely oblivious to it, He's he'll say shit he just puts out misspellings, and you're just and then some of them it's just like hamburgers, whatever. Hamburgers and french fries, whatever. The United States, okay, I get that. He's old, whatever. But Kofefe?
Maybe he has big thumbs.
Kofefe?
Tyler, you sent me... We were talking about...
They didn't just give him a smaller phone. That would fix the tweeting problem.
Tyler, you sent me something about R. Kelly, except you spelled it R. Jelly. I don't think you have any room to talk.
I wasn't
about
tweeting it publicly.
Texting.
I wasn't tweeting it publicly as the fucking president of the United States.
Well...
And plus, I actually went to fix R. Jelly, but I liked it better. So
R. Jelly was great. R. Jelly, I was like, that shit's fucking great.
I saw that typo and I was like, meh.
Acceptable. I do that all the time. I see a typo and I'm like, That's funny. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Do you think Trump does that?
Maybe.
He is America's #1 troll.
Yeah, he is America's sweetheart, you know?
Troll, but same thing, yeah.
No, sweetheart. I thought it was sweetheart.
Why?
I don't know. Who's America's sweetheart?
Probably the people spanking him.
Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels, that other porn star. Definitely not Melania. Sorry, call him that.
At Melania Trump. You spank your husband in the butt.
Do it. Tweet it now.
I don't have Twitter on my phone anymore. I wanted to look up that saying, America's sweetheart, because wasn't it like Jackie Kennedy or something? Am I crazy? Stop doing fucking vape tricks, you dumbo.
It's not a vape trick.
No, stop doing cigar smoke tricks.
Cigars were before vapes.
Yeah,
believe
stop.
it or not, these right here that we're holding
No.
are acoustic vapes.
Acoustic vapes.
These are acoustic vapes, okay? What? Why having trouble? Whoever saw this plant and was like, I'm going to dry this out, roll it up, and smoke it, good on you. Good on you. What do you think of these? Too much?
Yeah, I like it.
If you get a little dizzy, just put it down for a bit.
I was thinking about pausing in a couple more puffs once I get close to the wrapper. God damn, there is a lot of tobacco in here, though. Because, like, I could feel it.
Like how he says tobacco. I just want everyone to know that we are not smoking the marijuana cigar.
Well, it's cigars, right? That's tobacco, right?
Yes. I just thought it was.
I'm not
weird
a
how you
narc,
specified.
dude. Not a fucking narc, bro.
You could just said like flavor or boldness or something. You're like,
well, there's a lot of. I only mention that because there's been a few moments where I've been like, "Woo, I can't continue to. I need to rest on this thing, or I'm gonna get super nicotine high." Which I guess probably wouldn't be a bad thing. Tyler's puffing on that thing.
So, what I learned is if you get sick from cigars, like, if you get a mint or sugar water or something like that, just something with sugar in it, it'll immediately go away.
I have Sunny D, and I know that has sugar in it.
Yeah, sugar, like, negates nicotine poisoning, essentially. So, yeah.
Dude, when I was in high school...
So kids out there, remember.
Kids out there.
No.
Children under the age of 18, remember.
Children above 21.
Children above...
Did you... Okay, this is relevant. So, in Virginia, they raised the smoking age to 21.
Yeah,
and what is Virginia's like #1 cash crop?
Tobacco.
Tobacco, exactly, dude. That's crazy.
I mean, big tobacco. Like, big oil.
Man, he's such a hippie. Joss is our SJW. Big oil and big tobacco are killing America.
I mean, they are.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. But
really, the root cause is capitalism, not like. The big oil and big
is it time we are a socialist podcast part 2.
We are a socialist podcast now.
Yes, the continuation. Oh my gosh,
it's really like the big tobacco and big oil are like a result of capitalism.
All right, you ready to see something cool? Let's see if I can get it.
What the fuck?
Get it to go a little longer.
What, the fire? Oh, what? Tyler's doing some sort of cigar trick where it's like...
Okay, so when you get a really dark or really like tarry cigar, you do that and it will flamethrower out, and then so if it's really like really tarry, you can like blow it out for like a minute and it'll just shoot this giant flamethrower out. But these are expensive cigars, so they're not going to do that.
Oh, you were blowing out.
Yeah, I was. So when you breathe out, it like makes a little flamethrower, and it's pretty cool. I've actually like had someone light a cigarette off of it before. I was like, when they're like, they just like leaned into it. Oh yeah, nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, grazie.
Oh, grazie.
Grazie.
What, were you in
Wait, are
Italia?
they German Italians?
Germanic?
yeah, grazie.
Oh yeah. Mussolini. I don't know any other Italian words.
That's not even an Italian word. It's an Italian name.
Yep. That means it's technically an Italian word.
But so
It's not an English name.
okay. How about Allegro? Is that an Italian word?
That's an Italian. Yeah.
But we use it in English all the time.
So that
In
doesn't
music.
make it not an Italian
Makes
word.
it in an English word now.
No.
We all know what Allegro means, don't we?
You also know what perro means, but that doesn't mean
Yeah, it's an English word.
that.
I have perro shoes over here on my feet.
Dog shoes.
No, I have perro shoes. I have a pair of shoes
Oh my.
on my feet.
Perro shoes.
I have a pair of shoes on my feet.
I feel like
English 101.
English 101. I feel like we should play a clip before we go into break. I feel like there's only one thing that's appropriate here. Here we go.
I might need that again. So, yeah.
Sorry, bear with us for a moment as we light our cigars.
Yeah,
here
we probably
back up.
should have done this before we
That's
got back
okay.
on air, but whatever.
That's okay. No, I haven't watched this week's episode, but I did rewatch the episode that we watched on air.
Oh,
Just-
DTF.
Yeah,
Was it Down to Fiesta?
Down to Fiesta. Yeah, that was so great. I think that line, and I think Amy has the best line in the episode because she's like, "Come on, there's plenty of couples activities that are fun to do with your boss," and you're just like, "Oh boy."
And then it cuts to like sensual eating or feeding your lover.
Yeah. And you're like, oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, they really just do not care anymore. It's great.
I don't know. I say they care a lot. Last episode. Oh my gosh, you need to watch it. You know what? I won't say anything, but there's
I'll
some.
watch it.
There's some just hilarious Scully and Hitchcock,
Holy and Skitchcock.
Holy and Skitchcock moments. Holy and Skitchcock. That mine was trying to canoe, so I was trying to stop it.
Mine's nice and perfect. It's a little bit. It's pretty even. There's a pretty straight line on here.
Nice. Smirt.
Smart.
Hand me
Yeah.
the water, please.
You need
We'll get some of that ASMR back on this podcast today.
ASMR cast.
Oh wow.
Did you spill it on yourself, you ding dong?
No, it was almost on our music maker.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll put it back out of the way. The audio gear. I don't want to put it right in front of the thingy. Now, what were we talking about? Classy things.
Classy things. So,
Adult things.
adult classy things. So, the other day I was watching hentai.
Adult classy things. Yes.
No. Yeah, we
all know you watch hentai.
I don't watch hentai, dude. I just download it off of the internet, just pictures.
Just
Or GIFs.
pictures.
Or gifs, you know.
You just jerk off in 10 seconds.
You know how to start a fight? You run into a room and you yell, "It's pronounced gifs," and then you run out.
Nice one, dude.
Yeah,
That's such a
it
good
works.
one.
It works.
Nice, dude. Nice. Riffage. Fat riffage on that one.
I
think we
actually
should-
stole that one, I think, from
Probably.
Colbert or some shit.
you steal
Dude,
all
I
yours.
love fucking Colbert's show. The Late Show. Like, he's in a good spot now. The Colbert Report was great because he played a character that was basically Alex Jones, but now he gets to just be himself. And I liked Colbert. I like his acting. I like his voice acting. I mean, his quote acting.
I think I get.
let me be clear on that.
I get Colbert and Jon Stewart confused. So
Colbert worked for Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart's the old one that you never see anymore.
is he
lives
the
in-
one that did the magic or was in Iraq doing comedy for the troops, and David Blaine came and did a magic trick for him?
Maybe. Is that on
He
here?
has no. It's on Netflix. It's on like David Blaine.
Well, let's see if
or
there's like a
whatever.
clip of this. I need to see this. So
Look up like David Blaine Iraq or something like that.
Oh, okay. So David Blaine, Iraq. Watch none of this be right. David Blaine shocks Jimmy Kimmel. David Blaine Beyond Magic. David Blaine.
Maybe try David Blaine and Jon
Troops.
Stewart or something, or Colbert.
I'll just say troops,
Yeah.
maybe. David Blaine, Afghanistan.
Yeah, Afghanistan.
Oh.
Yeah, who is that guy?
Oh, yeah, that's Jon Stewart.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So this looks like it has a compilation of him just tricking people. So let's just find.
This is the Jon Stewart one.
He just shot it at his crotch. I love Jon Stewart.
Hold on.
Why has he got a fucking army knife in there? I guess
Because he's in Afghanistan?
but he's a fucking liberal comedian. He lost his shit. This is not right.
Yeah, that's a great clip.
Oh man, I
love Jon Stewart.
dude. Jon Stewart, it was the Yoda of television, man. He has, because he was back there with Bush, and he was like not holding any punches.
Oh yeah,
That's the
you
reason.
can find some old Jon Stewart clips of him going at Bush.
This is going to be a really
hard.
bold statement because I realize that he's not the first, but he's kind of the major influence for political comedy today. Granted, there were people that did it that he watched, obviously.
Well, Barry Goldman is the
but he-
original political comedian.
I
And
know,
he
but-
paved the way for Jon Stewart.
well,
and
even
Stephen
before then, they
Colbert.
had people that poked at like Nixon and whatnot. And
Well,
other
Barry
stuff.
Goldman was poking at Nixon, I believe.
Yeah, but I
he
mean, there was other
Nixon
people
era.
doing it too. But what I mean is
Not like
like
Barry Goldman.
What I mean though, like obviously Barry Goldman's a heavy influence, but like nowadays, like everyone like sorts Jon Stewart because he had all those correspondents on this show. Colbert got his own show, then moved on. Jordan Klepper got his own show, then moved on. What was it? Or actually, Klepper might have been with Trevor Noah, but whatever. Who was it?
Barry Crimmins, not Barry Goldman. I'm sorry.
He
His
set
name
up
is
John
Barry
Oliver.
Crimmins.
John Oliver's with his show last week tonight. Dude, I love that show. That show's fucking hilarious.
I don't like. I don't know. It's not. Colbert and Jon Stewart are about the only two talk TV show hosts that I have any respect for.
John Oliver's show isn't a political show. It is
John Oliver's pretty good too.
It's an
I like
investigative journalism show.
him. Yeah, I like John.
So
Oliver.
you can't judge it as a political commentary. But he does do that from time to time. And I think his shows always have like a little segment on current politics. But a lot of the stuff he does is like FIFA and why they're evil, or the coal industry and why they should eat shit. Like, his stuff, I don't know. That gets to me. Since we're classy, John Oliver is the way to go. But when we continue being unclassy, then we'll go back to the punch drunk guys.
the dregs of society.
The dregs of society. When we return to our
fit in.
state of
constant existence
constant disappointment.
and existence, which is just disappointment at this point in life.
Ain't that true for everyone?
Yeah,
Dude, do you ever like go like, the fuck am I doing with my life?
all the time.
Then, okay.
I smoke, dude. Of course I think about that all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, dude. You just get blasted, and then you're like, "What am I doing here, bruh?"
Bro. Well, you're fucking texting me
Hey,
this
get outta
morning. So like we planned on coming. I was gonna come straight over after work, from unknown location, and then I was gonna pick up someone and then go over there. And I got a little distracted, so I went straight home. And then so I call him, no answer. Call again, no answer. I was like, whatever. So I sent him a text. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna take a nap. Let me know when our buddy is coming over.
You called me? I don't remember you.
Yeah, I called
me.
you twice, and then so he doesn't answer. So I take a nap, and I wake up, and I'm talking to my roommate, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's just all like, "Holy shit, where am I? What's going on?
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, I woke
why
up.
was that your response?
I woke up and my exact response was, "Wait, what the fuck is going on?" I don't know. When I responded, I had woken up from a nap, so I was very much like, "What's happening? Where am I? What's going on?" Like,
What is reality?
You know, one of those naps where you're like super deep sleep, and you wake up from it, and you're like, "Whoa," and you're having a dream and shit. Sorry, I was taking a drink. Yeah, I was just in one of those deep
So
ass
you wake
naps
up-
that fucked me up.
You wake up and you're like, dude, what's going on?
Jesus Christ! Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna turn it down in our ears, though. Christ.
Oh. Okay, cool. That's enough.
I feel like we should be watching like The Godfather or something right now. You know what I mean? I feel like we should have done this episode while watching
While watching
The
some
Godfather.
crazy Italian
or
shit.
Scarface, maybe. We should have watched Scarface while we did this, because he was always smoking cigars. Everyone's smoking cigars in Scarface because they're in Cuba or they're in Miami.
What if we did this instead?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm not that depressed yet.
Well, that's what that first chord was. Hell yeah! Bang! I'm so down. Hey, Tony. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. That's fat. That's some fat bass.
Yeah, dude. 80s and late early 90s, bro. Since we're just coming around.
Damn. So, what do you think about the ending?
Of the whole show?
Yeah, how it just cuts off.
I think it was appropriate. I think that's kind of how those shows have to end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like crime. I'll turn it down in my headphones. I think that's kind of how crime shows have to end. Like Breaking Bad. Like, there really is no better way to end the show than just being like, yeah, we're done. We're not
done.
really going to give you any closure on anything, but
What do you need closure for? Fuck you.
yeah.
We made the
yeah.
show.
When it comes to like shows that are centered around the villain, like a crime villain.
Did you ever read into that film theory that it's like Bryan Cranston is playing the same character that he is on Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah. It's just he had a midlife crisis. That's his midlife crisis.
Yeah, so
and he got
like,
remarried.
He got remarried, had a new kid, and
Oh, I've read all that shit. I believe that's a cool one that I'm like, that'd be tight if
what's
it
your
would be
favorite?
true.
What's your favorite film theory?
That one. That he's playing Hal, and he had a midlife crisis. This is his like. He had like a midlife crisis and became a chemistry teacher, and remarried and all that stuff. And then his midlife crisis, or his like late life crisis.
You like that better than
cooking
Darth Jar Jar?
Yes, yeah. Darth Jar Jar is cool, but it's too complicated. The Hal like Breaking Bad one is so much simpler and easier.
There's another complicated one that's kind of legit. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like the Joker was actually in Fight Club or something. I don't remember what it was.
That sounds fucked. That doesn't sound like very good.
They went into it because shit. I can't remember it though. But the way they explained it, I know that's a good song. I hate to cut it off, but the way they explained it made actually perfect sense. It was kind of like, huh. I don't remember if it was exactly the Joker was in Fight Club, or if it was like a character from Batman or something was in Fight Club, or maybe Bane or something, and like that's where they learned to fight, and then they came back to Gotham.
Well, that was the thing that I hated the most about the third Batman movie from Christopher Nolan, is that they made Bane just this like pussy ass piece of shit, when Bane has always been like a fucking giant.
He broke Batman's back.
But dude, you've seen him in like the comics and the
Yeah,
video
they were
games
just making
and
him
stuff.
realistic. I think they were just doing that to save CGI.
Yeah, but I don't.
Kind of like what they did with
dumb.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, they should have. But we have the technology and they had the budget for it. I don't know, like.
I don't know. I liked Bane.
And I want his voice was like this. The don't clear easy to understand.
I don't know. Okay, alright, you fucking.
See, since I have like hillbilly family members, they're like, so you know, going over here and you drink the thing all the way through. And then so like when they talk like that, and I can understand that.
I can easily understand this. Okay?
I'm sorry, my family are not hillbillies.
All right. What's the other? Oh, and Kenny's voice. I always understand what Kenny's saying.
I can't understand.
Because
Jesus Christ.
that's what they do. That's how they record Kenny. They just shout in their mouth or with their hand over their mouth.
Just avoid that. That's just it for the whole thing.
Yeah.
He just does that for 8 hours a day.
Imagine how fun it is to be the voice actor for Kenny for the entire series. It's like your lines don't matter at all, but they're crucial.
But you're the most important character.
You're the most important character. Oh my god, they killed Kenny! Those bastards! Oh, so I didn't even know that, like, okay, so there's a South Park episode where they were making fun, they called it SOPA, which was South Park, right? SOPA. Yeah. And they're poking fun at this thing. I didn't realize this, but Denver has an area called Rhino, which is the river north. So they're actually doing this, so they were making fun of things that are going on around them. And I didn't know about this, like, I just thought they were poking fun at, like, shit that goes on in New York or something that I don't care about. But this was actually stuff that's happening around them, and it's like, that's interesting. What
is it, local comedy?
Yeah.
Just doing some local yokel comedy.
They're like, it's national television, let's just plug Colorado in here, fuck you guys.
Hey, it's a pretty big deal. Colorado is a really big state now. And it's growing, like, insanely fast. Like, almost faster than Katy in Houston. And Houston has historically, or Katy specifically, has historically been the fastest growing city in the United States for, like, years.
All those damn immigrants.
Yeah, it's all the damn immigrants.
Damn them.
But it's...
And their immigrations.
Everybody wants to go smoke weed in Colorado, man.
Dude, I just want to live by mountains.
I know. I want to live in the mountains.
Everyone
bro.
asks me, like, oh, so you want to go to Colorado, huh? And I'm like, yeah, I want to live around mountains. They're like, yeah, and other things, right? And I'm like, no, I really just, I need the mountains.
Dude,
the mountains are like...
I think I've said this before on the podcast, but the end game for my life is a, big cabin out in the woods with a bunch of dogs, some weed, some alcohol, and I'll just die there. I'll go out on the river, I'll fish, I'll eat good food, I'll cook good food.
You go on like Beethoven?
Yeah, I'll just die.
I mean Mozart, sorry.
I'll just die, and I'm gonna. And I've said this before. I'm going fentanyl. That's how I'm gonna die. I'm gonna OD on heroin.
Bitch, I'm gonna die never.
Yeah,
because of this thing called modern medicine that's gonna cure death.
It's gonna cure the years of smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol and
you don't know, Dick.
McDonald's and Taco Bell.
You don't fucking know shit.
Whataburger, Jack in the Box, all the garbage we eat.
You're describing my belly.
Yeah, you and I are in the same boat.
Dude,
we're both waiting for modern. We're both literally just like
hoping modern medicine
will be able to save us before we can get too sick to die,
or just move to Canada
and get free healthcare.
Free healthcare, man.
Yeah,
you're keeping me alive. I'll contribute to Canada. Fuck it. Like if you give me free healthcare, I'll make all the Canada money.
All the Canada,
and
money.
I will pay all the Canada taxes. Hey guys. Send me an offer, and I'll be there. Justin Trudeau, talking to you.
He did just legalize weed, dude. You know, weed, like, they made, like, $60 million the first month off of weed sales. Like, apparently Canadians just really love their weed, dude.
Yeah, and you know what, like, if you properly invest it, guess what? That's good for society.
And weed.
I guess, yeah. I mean, honestly, look, dude, it's just a plant. Like at the end of the day, it's another crop they can grow, but you can make paper and clothing and rope and like
Yeah, there's also
it
hemp.
has all this utility.
Yo.
And it's illegal.
I have a friend who...
It's illegal, and that makes no fucking sense, especially in Texas where we have all these farmers. Like,
I know, right?
wouldn't that be like great?
I know.
Wouldn't you?
It used to
Wouldn't
be...
you want to grow a crop that like you could make clothing and shirts,
Well,
and then
really,
and then triple the price and sell it to like some kids on the street corner who just want to get high?
Yeah, really, it grows anywhere that tobacco can grow. Because they're like...
Obviously not kids. I mean like college kids.
Yeah, college kids. Tyler's old, remember? Everyone's a kid to him.
Oh God. No,
Rip in peace, Tyler.
don't.
Rip in peace. Yeah, dude, I have a really good friend. He's from Corpus Christi.
I'm sad now.
That's okay. This will make you happy.
I'm sad.
I have a friend from Corpus Christi named Michael who works for, like, I guess the National Hemp Association or some shit like that. Like some pro hemp company. And he went on a U.S. tour of every state promoting, like, legalization of hemp and marijuana. And he was just like, they got in like one of those, they bought like a bus from like a school, you know?
Yeah.
Like a yellow bus, and they tricked it out, and they just drove to every state and
You
just
know-
talked about weed and hemp
You know
and how
what
good it is.
the biggest market for marijuana now is?
Hemp.
Old people.
Well, yeah.
Old people are the people buying they're the fastest growing market and consumers of recreational marijuana.
And medical marijuana.
Which is just like, okay, their memory's already bad, so
Yeah, fuck it. Might as well.
does it make it better? Is that
I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
it's just like I would just love for the day where I call my grandmother and she's just blitzed. Like
She's just stoned.
She's just
You'll
like,
finally be moving at the same speed.
sup, honey? Hey,
Sup,
grandma.
Graham? What's up?
What's up? Hey, what's up with
Did you make some cookies?
She's like, do you ever think about how birds are just tiny T-Rexes?
And you're like, I thought I was the only one who thought that, Grandma. What?
She's like, do you only think the government just tells us we can't live in space to keep us on
Grandma?
Earth?
We're
Grandma,
so alike.
where are you getting all
Are we
this?
related?
She's like, I'm on Reddit.
yeah, she's like,
conspiracy-
I'm on
our
r/conspiracy.
And all of this is just
She's like, honestly, it's just easier for me to get stoned and sit at my computer all day than try to get up and move around. And I discovered Reddit.
oh God. She's posting on Reddit.
She's posting on like R the Donald.
She's on our shit posts.
Yeah, she's like trolling our shit posts. She finds 4chan. She's just going on 4chan,
Oh, no.
writing the green stories.
Oh
green
no,
text.
she's like, I'm an old
Yeah, you go over to your grandma's house and she's like, "What's up?" Beep. And you're like, "Whoa, Grandma!"
You walk in and she just like rips out her hard drive. You didn't see anything.
There's like an assault.
You're like,
or
Grandma, if
something.
it's a 30-year-old man, it's not child porn.
They're canvassing the area for a crime that happened, and they knock on her door and they're like, "Police, open up!" And she's just burning computers, and they're just like, "You smell fire? Ma'am, are you okay?" They kick down the door and they run in, and she's like, "I didn't do anything! You can't do anything! I don't have anything illegal!" And they're like, "Ma'am, we're just trying to... Why is your computer on fire?"
No one heard from you today, and we're checking in.
Yeah, someone got murdered down the street. We were just canvassing. Why is that computer on fire, ma'am? No reason.
Bad processor.
I dropped my joint. It is legal now.
It's not.
Not in Texas, but in
Is
Colorado.
it legal? No, is it legal in Florida though? That's actually if it's going to become legal in Florida, it's going to be old people that do it. That's what they speculate.
Well, it's also... That's how it is in Arizona. Like, medical marijuana... Because I had a friend... I don't know if he still does it, but he was a licensed medical marijuana distributor in Arizona. This was before it was legal in Colorado. And he distributed medical marijuana to, like, a bunch of old people. Mostly cancer patients.
Well, they're the ones who need it.
Yeah, mostly cancer patients. He was telling us all these crazy emotional stories about how, like, his medical marijuana saved all these old people's lives and all this shit. And we're all like, dude, we're just trying to get stoned and have fun, man. We don't need to hear this.
We don't need to hear your life.
You're really fucking bringing us down.
You don't
man.
need to sell this to
I
us.
was on tour, so I was on tour, so we're on tour like, you know, fucking rock stars, thinking we're
You don't
hot
need to
shit.
sell us the benefits of marijuana.
Yeah,
we're kids.
We're like, dude, we're just trying to get stoned, man. Come on, don't kill this for us, bro.
Brah.
And then we got higher than I've ever been in my entire life.
He's like, yeah, this is elderly grade.
Yeah, dude. He was like, this, because it was medical
They're
stuff.
like, this is called strain 99 because only people above 99 can take it.
Well, he like,
And you just like see fucking Willie Nelson. They're like, oh god.
well, he was like, he was like super into wax and shit. So he was like, this is pure THC wax. We're like, what percent is it? And he's like, about as close to 100% as you can humanly get. And he's like, and we're like, okay, let's hit it. And he pulls out this giant complex dab machine, and we're like, all right, ready to die. Yeah, it was like a
what?
goddamn transformer made out of glass.
He
And
just
we're
like he holds up like this little tiny glass stick and he like shakes it and it becomes this giant bong. You're like, the fuck?
and then after we're done, he's like, all right, bongo bots, roll out.
Ding. Look, now it's my car key. We're like, what? Bro, did I just see that?
What the fuck? But no, he had this like crazy complex
Compression technology these days.
he had this crazy complex like dab rig, and I didn't know how to use it, so he did it for me. Which that's if you've never smoked marijuana before, don't ever let someone else that
Who's
you
a
don't
stoner.
yeah, who's a stoner light it for you. Like ask me.
They're like, oh.
Like if you ask me and you're like, I've never smoked weed before, will you light it? I'm gonna make sure that I give like small hits, because like whenever you ask a pothead to light it for you, they're like, yeah, bro, hit it, and
Just
then
keep breathing in, keep
they're
breathing
just
in.
lighting it for 5 minutes, and you're like, I'm going to not wake up for 12 hours. Oh no, I'm gonna die. That's not the best way to experience marijuana. So this guy is like melting just wax, pouring it into this thing, and I'm like, do I stop now? And they're like, no, keep going,
bro.
And I took this huge rip. 30 minutes later, we're all sitting at the table. I'm literally just
He's rolling around like a retard.
just sitting in this chair, like
I love the visual bit.
hammered.
We still don't understand that this is an audio podcast.
I mean, we really don't. It's been a
We
year,
have
and
not
somehow
figured this
we haven't
out.
figured it out. I don't understand.
and I'm just all like,
yeah. This great visual bit. Fuck.
oh my gosh.
And then within 30 minutes of that, I was blacked out.
They get you, man. They get you. Fuck.
That's why I just think everyone should smoke weed. That way you can avoid that.
just do it.
Everyone smoke weed.
So that way you don't have to experience it the first time because it will not be your first time.
Exactly. It'll be your second time.
All right, guys. We love you.
No, we don't.
Fuck off.